Hello everyone, welcome you all in today's session. I am your host Abhishek Shukla. In today's session, we will discuss about 7R strategies of cloud migration. So what is cloud migration? A cloud migration is a migration when an organization moves some or all of its data center capabilities into the cloud. This type of migration usually happens to run them onto the cloud-based infrastructure provided by a cloud service provider like AWS, Google Cloud, or Azure, or it may be any other cloud. Whenever we need to do such type of migration, we have to define certain strategies. And what are those strategies? These strategies are based on R's, or it is called migration strategies. So these migration strategies may be of 5R, 6R, or 7R. So what is R? In 2010, Gartner identifies 5 ways to migrate applications to the cloud. And those were rehost, refactor, revise, rebuild, and replace. You can see that all these factors are known as 5 R's: rehost, refactor, revise, rebuild, and replace. But as Gartner identified only 5 R's, then what is 5, 6, and 7 R's? So Amazon describes 6 R's model, and they adopted their 6R model from the Gartner's 5R model. And that is prescribed to perform the cloud-based migration for AWS cloud. So by Gartner invented 5R model. AWS adopted that 5R model and they created a 6R model. And they added a new R that is called retaining of the applications, the retain. And later on, they modified the 6R model and they developed a 7R strategic model for migration of applications and data centers to cloud. And they added another strategy that is known as relocate strategy. So as we have seen that these 5R, 6R, or 7R models are initially developed by AWS. So in this slide, you can see that whenever you need to do a migration, you first need to look for the current snapshot of your IT infrastructure. Once you have a clear picture of your IT infrastructure, then you need to do some sort of due diligence to discover and organize the applications, the data, and the various other things related to your existing environment. Then you come to the strategies. So you can see that Amazon used to follow, or AWS used to follow, the 7R strategy. Again, 7R strategy includes refactor, replatform, repurchase, rehost, relocate, retain, and retire. In coming slides, we will see all these strategies in detail. So let's have some deep dive onto rehost. Rehost is also known as lift and shift. And rehosting is simply move your existing application into the cloud without making any change. This is the simplest migration strategy whenever we need to migrate some existing applications to the cloud. This is the fastest way to move an enterprise workload to the cloud. Rehost allow you to make changes after your application is already hosted into the cloud. It means you not need to do any changes before the migration. You can do necessary changes once your application has been migrated to the cloud. As it is fastest and it is the simplest one, but it also has a downside. You cannot modernize or optimize your application to run into the cloud. You cannot do any change for the modernization or the optimization in your applications. They will execute same as it is, like they were executing into your own on-premise data centers. For an example, moving an on-premise virtual machine to cloud. This is the example of rehosting, or you can say the lift and shift. The second strategy is replatforming. Replatforming is you can say it's an advanced version of lift and shift by having some sort of optimization. So it is similar to rehosting. Replatforming includes a moderate amount of optimization without changing the core architecture of the application. So you see that without changing the core architecture of your applications, you not need to change, or you are not changing the core architecture of your application. But yes, you are doing some modifications or optimizations in your existing applications. You can say that instead of using on-premise SQL Server, now you can connect your cloud-based SQL Server. This options enables you to benefit from the implementation speed of the rehosting options combined with the cloud optimization. This strategy will give you the flexibility of the rehosting, as well as it gives you the opportunity to optimize your existing solutions. For an example, you can say you have a legacy on-premise VM, say Windows 2000 R2, and you would like to migrate it to cloud. Then yes, you can migrate Windows 2008 R2 to Windows 2016 server onto the cloud with some minor optimizations into your applications. Third strategy is refactor or the re-architect. Refactor or re-architecting is the most expensive migration path, but this help you to modernize of an outdated legacy application which is not suited to your cloud environment. When you decide to follow this particular strategy for refactoring and re-architecting, means you are going to invest onto the development of your applications from the scratch. Mostly enterprise choose this option when they were compelling the business reasons to make significant changes, like you are looking for the advancement of your applications. You are looking for the modernization of the applications. So for an example, you can decompose, or you can transform a monolithic applications to microservice based application by using various cloud services. Fourth strategy is repurchase. Repurchase is something like drop and shop. It means you are replacing your existing application with a cloud-based version. For an example, you can say that at your on-premise applications, at your own on-premise data centers, you were using the SQL Server versions, which was installed into virtual machine. Now, when you are migrating your applications to the cloud, you are saying that, okay, instead of using a on-premise SQL Server, we will purchase SQL Server hosted over the cloud. This is very simple. It simply needs the licensing change. You can leverage your existing license to the cloud license also. Sometimes it is also known as buy your own license or BYOO. This is having a smaller effort than lift and shift, because you are not moving anything. You are just starting a new license agreement, which is there into the cloud. Fifth strategy is retire. It means this strategy do not involve migration of any existing application to the cloud. This strategy talks about that you are going to retire certain applications, and there may be various reasons to retire a application before the migration or during the migration. In many cases, during a migration project, you can identify applications that are redundant, that are shutting down in near future, or they are the applications which are not getting used, and you just want to save a cost. You might have some plan, already existing plan to down or to make the applications down or decommission those applications. So you can follow the retire strategy during the migration. The sixth strategy is called, the 6R is called retain. Retain is basically a point in time strategy. Means you decided that, okay, you are going to retain certain applications onto the cloud. You are not going to move that application from on-premise to cloud, or you are not planning to enhance or optimize or modernize that application during the migration. Retaining a application as is may also have various reasons, like the business is heavily invested into the on-premise applications and you don't want to go for further investment into that. Your existing application is running on a legacy operating system, and these type of applications are not supported by your cloud environment. application is already working well, no need to migrate or optimize, or no need to invest cost into this. So you have to decide that, okay, would you like to retire the application or would you like to retain the existing application? The seventh the seventh strategy, that is relocate, that AWS introduced into their 6R model, it's a relocation. So relocation is something that instead of migrating it to any cloud, you are migrating your workload to the cloud services offered by the same vendor. So for an example, you can say that you are running the VMware virtual machines at on-premise, and now to migrate them to the cloud, you decided that, okay, all these VMware virtual machines will migrate to the VMware cloud. So this is called relocation. Now, in this diagram, you can see that you can choose your cloud migration path. So if you will see it here, you can say that once the due diligence has been done and you need to decide that which migration path you would like to follow. Either you can follow the rehosting path, so rehosting, and then you have to decide whether you would like to do a automated rehosting or you would like to do some sort of migration tools. If you are willing to follow the replatform strategy, that is lift and reshape, then you can determine, okay, what will be the new platform, and then would you like to modify the underlying infrastructure. So you can follow this particular path. If you decided to repurchase something, so it means you have to do some sort of cost analysis, and you can purchase a software as a service or cloud-based offering of the same application during the migration path. If you are willing to re-architect the things, then you can follow this particular path. You have to decide that how you are going to re-architect or refactor your applications. You need to invest onto the redesigning of your applications. You need to invest into the recoding of your application, and you need to follow the full application lifecycle management or SDLC path. And once it is done, you need to do a thorough validation and testing before deploying something into the production. Let's have a comparison between all these migration strategies. So we have seen, if we will do the comparison between the cost versus time, then we can easily say that repurchasing is the cheapest and the fastest option, and refactoring or re-architecting is the most difficult and it's most cost and time consuming. But refactoring also gives you the biggest opportunity to optimize and the modernize of the application, and it will help you to take the advantages of the cloud native features of your application. So these are the following references which you can use for your further studies. If you guys have any questions, you can please drop me an email and I will try to respond as early as possible.